Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and boy do we have a lot of Astro Sorcery to go over today. Hopefully you guys are ready. Alright, so you guys may be looking and wondering, what is this crazy contraption I see in front of me? Actually, that just broke. Oh well, I'll fix it. I'll show you guys what I actually do. So this thing is a sand generator. Let me go ahead and turn it off here. So yeah, this guy is kind of ridiculous on how it actually functions. So we have our liquid starlight here, and it's made just like a cobblestone generator. And over here we have our lava. So what this does is it just generates sand when these two touch in this way. And it just creates sand, and since there's nothing underneath it, it just falls to the ground. And down below, I have conveyor belts. And conveyor belts are one of the fastest modes of transport as of right now that also break the sand block. So yeah, pretty neat. So what you can do is you can have this guy set up. If you don't want to set up the way I have it with auto breakers and pistons, you don't have to do this. This is just in case it breaks like it just happened. So whenever I undo this, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So it works just like normal, just like this. And the reason I have this set up is because I want to get some of this shale right here, the Aquamarine shale. And you have a chance every now and then of getting Aquamarine shale. But as you can see, sometimes it breaks. It doesn't do this all the time, and sometimes it does it instantly. It all depends on how you have this thing going. But right here, I have a auto breaker breaking the block. And the reason I have it doing that is so whenever I activate these pistons, it will only trap the... It'll only block the lava on the block that's not currently working. So if both of them were not working, they would both push forward, blocking the lava, which is awesome. But these keep working, so they'll break the sand that's down below, and that way I can reset it. This is basically a reset switch, so whenever I do this, it's going to work again. But usually if both of them mess up, it causes that issue. If one is not working and one is, and then you reset one, it usually prevents the other one from working and they both break. So you need to pretty much wait and then reset both of them, and then make sure they kick back on at the same time, or close to the same time. They're kind of off just a little bit, but and usually that's what causes it to break. So I mean, if you want to just set one up, I would recommend setting one up. But as you can see, if I kick this back on, usually the other side breaks. And then we have an issue with both of them not working. As soon as that lava usually stops. Sometimes it works flawlessly. See, it all depends. I don't know. It's some kind of weird thing with Minecraft that causes it to mess up. But yeah, as you can see, we have 29 of the Aquamarine shell. So I don't actually have to set down there and go through all that stone. Also, what I did was I actually prepared this thing for upgrading to the next tier. So all I did was make the pillars up for the next tier, and I placed more of these floating crystals up there, as recommended in the comments, and now I have a full bar of starlight. So I guess if they're placed close to each other, they don't work right. But if they're placed just a little bit farther away from each other, then they do work. Also, I automated the light well, so that way I could get a lot of liquid starlight to build up. So I pretty much have this guy up here. He was connected to, or still is. Is it? Maybe it's not. I need to link this up here. That way it's working there as well. Okay, so that's working. But yeah, I had this connected to one of those earlier, but I had just actually built these things. So what this is doing is it's a dark tank that you can't use anymore. So since I actually made this last video, or a few videos ago, I talked about the dark tank. There was a recipe so that you can make the dark tank. You can't make this dark tank anymore. So this has 144 millibuckets, or 144 millibucket, or 144 buckets worth of storage that you can no longer use this thing on. So, and this thing has more than enough, as of right now, of storage. But other storages I recommend are the Ender tank storage. Oh, and this is left on from, actually just updated the pack. Every time you update the pack, this thing is going to be ticked on. So you need to tick that off before you start looking in recipes and go, uh-oh, I actually drug something in my inventory. So what you're going to need is a Ender tank. And these Ender tanks are actually upgradable. If you use Eyes of Ender on them, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. You can upgrade their capacity, but just by default, they hold 32 millibuckets worth of fluid. So that's something that you could also use. And you only need 32 millibuckets worth of the Starlight to get started. But I've been using these guys, just kind of transferring them over. I'm going to use it since I have it, but you can't craft it. You guys won't be able to craft it. You know, it's kind of sad, but there is other options and other alternatives. It's just this is a really easy tank to make, and it's kind of overpowered with the ability to upgrade them things. So I need to turn that off. The only problem I have with this setup is I need somewhere for this stuff to go, and I'm kind of waiting for extra utilities. And we're going to have that soon, I think. But we do need extra utilities, and that is just one of the things. If I get extra utilities, I can just pipe this out. So that is that's something that we're going to be doing. So let's go ahead and get this table upgraded. I know we have a few things to do to get it upgraded, so we need to actually look and see what all we need. So we have everything. I just needed to make star metal ingots, which is just using the ore and making it out of the ore. So I have that done. We're going to need a few different types of pillars, but the main thing is we're going to need to build this thing. I have it almost completely mapped out already because I added these pillars. They are 5 blocks in each direction away from the center point. So you have your center block, you go 5 out, and you go 5 over, and that's where you place each one of your pillars. And then that should pretty much help you guide out where everything else needs to go. So building this thing is not hard. I'm going to actually go ahead and get it built. I have all the materials for it already. I think all I need to do is make a few more bits of coal. And I have a bunch of marble. If I need to make more, I'll just go downstairs and make some. I actually upgraded the power system down there. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, I did try and use these pipes on the bees. Totally forgot that it actually just dumps the cones to the ground. And I had to set this up, this timer on the redstone, to keep the engine running, so that way the engine doesn't actually shut off. Because if you leave a redstone signal on this particular engine, I guess with the way the configs are set, the engine will stop working, unfortunately. So you can't leave a constant redstone signal going to it. Kind of unfortunate, but that's just how it works. So I'm ready for a better solution other than that, than Buildcraft. So yeah, Buildcraft it's got its uses, but with that engine burning out, I just, yeah, no. All right, so I think this guy is ready to go, just about. All we need now is to make sure we have enough starlight. I don't know what the red means. Oh boy, is that bad? Does that mean we don't have enough starlight, or does that mean the structure is not complete? Because I'm pretty sure I have this built correctly. So it is 5 out. So we have 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. This is all regular. So we have sooty marble. We have our pillars set up correctly. We have the chiseled marble. Maybe that's just letting us know that the structure for itself is not correct. Maybe that's what it's saying. It's like saying its own structure is bad. That's okay. I hope we didn't need to do something different, but I don't think we did. So we're gonna try and go ahead and get this done. Okay, let's go back. All right, so we're gonna need star metal. We're gonna need a couple different pillar types. It is becoming day. I hope we have enough starlight to make this last. Okay, let's get the few things that we do need. Oh, we do have the star metal here. We just need the different types of pillars. Okay. So here's this. We'll get pillars. And then we need that. Okay. I think we have everything. Perfect. So let me try and remember this. 2 on the bottom. And I'm pretty sure it was a rock crystal in the center. 2 aquamarine on the top. And then that there. Okay, I think I have this. I think I have it down. I think anyways. I don't actually know. That goes there, and this goes here. Right? Do I have everything correct? I think I do. Uh-oh. I hope this works. Okay, so I sort of messed up. I had to rebuild the old platform. I had already upgraded it, but I read in the book that before you upgrade it, you need to actually make it. So let's go ahead and get this thing going, right? So I should be able to just craft this thing. Do I have enough starlight? I should. Why are you not crafting? Does it need to be specifically nighttime? Okay, so yes, it has to be specifically nighttime for this thing to work. I had to rebuild the platform, and it has to be night. That's kind of cool. It's like got these blue particles. That's a different thing, and that the floor is different as well. Interesting. This whole thing is pretty neat, though. This whole mod is something special. I remember when it was first being developed. Yeah, that was a interesting feat to watch, and boy, is it just really grown since the first development started. All right, how long does this take? Does it require any special thing? It's just does its own thing, right? Oh, we got a spark. And it's done. Or we got a flare. And the flare is so cool, you can push it around. Oh yeah, this actually, I normally don't get flares on camera. So, it's kind of cool that I actually got a flare. Can I get you to go higher? I want you to bounce around or something. Oh well, I'll leave him alone. I'm not going to punch him. Okay, so now is when this altar is not complete. So now I get to change the altar. Yeah, so now I get to rebuild. It's not hard to build, though. We have pretty much all of the materials to do so. You know what? I'll just do it on camera, because there's really no reason not to. I mean, it's all pretty much here. The only thing I have to really break down are these pillars. Every single pillar has to come down. And that's basically it. And then just build up with the materials that you already have. There's really not that much as added. Everything else is about the same. So... what do I need? I need to just extend here, and need to come to each corner of this platform. All of these need to be removed, just like that. And yeah. Oh, don't need to go out. I got to come to each corner of this platform here. Basically making a giant square. And there we go. And then the rest of it, well, some of it is a little bit different. Let me go ahead and do this. You have marble going here. Regular marble. So this is regular marble underneath here. Just your plain Jane marble. 3 of them. And the rest is stone. Or stone brick. Or marble brick. I keep saying stone brick. I don't know why. But it's just marble brick. So all of this is marble. Just like that. Super easy. I even think that wand might help you in building this. I don't know. Look at that. There we go. The structure is complete. Now we're good. We can craft in this thing. So yeah, that unlocked a few things. That should unlock a whole new section. I've never gone this far in this mod. Wow. So, oh, here's where it tells you about how to make those crystals. Ah. So I didn't have to look it up. It tells me in here. I don't know why I didn't wait. Oh well, we have these guys, so we can use them for stuff. And then the Starlight Infuser. And then we have a tree beacon. That's like a tree farm. I remember that thing. A ritual anchor. All of these things, of which I have to learn. And this is a huge altar there. And a refraction table. That's something, all of this is pretty interesting. But we get access to an Illumination Wand and infused crystal tools. It's kind of interesting. The Illumination Wand actually sounds kind of cool. Does this use... Okay. So, I'm wondering if it's like an infinite... Okay, so shift right clicking on any block will try to convert it into a luminescent state. Oh, we gotta make that thing. Alright, so I did realize that I actually need a resonating gem. I didn't notice that at first, but I do need that. So I was thinking about how I'm going to build this on my platform. And I really wanted to look at what does it take for this altar? How much bigger does this thing get? And really, it doesn't look like it gets any bigger from what I can tell. So this is the central block right here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So this is the center. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It stays in the same position. It's just the top changes. So this is not going to change whenever it gets bigger. So like the base is not going to get bigger. So what I can do is I can build this other altar for this, which is actually this guy right here. And I can build this altar right next to it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing built. It doesn't take too much. You just got to remember there's a lapis block here. And all the other blocks should be just fine. This is all regular marble. This is all the arched marble. And there's nothing underneath this block. So I just got to remember all of that. And then I think this is some other kind of marble that it says right here. No, it's just regular. This is 12 regular marble, 12 ruin marble. So that might be I think that's the ruin marble is what's right here. So yeah, it's definitely ruin marble. I can see it through the water there. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make this and I'll be right back. All right, so I got this thing built. I went ahead and actually it fit perfect right here. So it fits within the bounds. All you have to do is place the pillar on this block and it fits perfect. So yeah, it looks really good. Don't forget this is ruined marble. As you can see, it kind of has a dark black background on it. It only goes in these few spots, and then in the middle has the lapis. That's where your actual machine is going to go. So let's go ahead and make this thing. I don't think we're going to have enough starlight. I might have to wait till night. We can go ahead and get this thing set up inside this crafter. So it goes kind of like this, if I do remember. Pop this open. We need 1 ruined marble. Oh, I actually forgot. 1 ruined marble. But yeah, you just go ahead and make that real quick. Bam. Perfect. So yeah, that goes right here. And then what else do we have? It's not that much. Kind of like building a puzzle every time you do this. We need 2 gold, and we also need 1 star metal ingot. 2 gold, 1 star metal ingot, coming right up. Oh, that actually needs to be moved up 1. 2 aquamarine, bucket of liquid starlight, and then I don't know if this goes here or here. Is it down 1? Down 1. I think we might actually have enough. That or it needs to be nighttime for this to work. Nope, we have enough. So this will work. Sweet. I really am liking the part. Man, this mod is just particle effect up, man. So many particle effects. They look real good. So yeah, I really want that wand. That wand actually would come in handy if it does what I think it does. So if you like click on a block, it actually makes that block light up. And it doesn't actually take up space. That'd be pretty cool. We need this thing anyways. So this guy, if you place it here, this is going to like draw power from this light. So you might have to actually refill this if it does start to use up all of it. That's why I have these light wells going. Another good trick is to actually have light wells in here. So you can put light wells in the corner and stuff like that if you wanted to. And that would actually help you. So that way, if it goes bad, you can just click it in and bam, you don't have to worry about it. So what we need to do is we need to get some things cooking in there. So how about aquamarine? So you should be able to place an aquamarine on here and it should charge it. It should anyways. Based off of what's around here, if the structure is complete and is working properly. I'm pretty sure the structure's right. I did my best anyways to make sure it was. This is regular marble. And then the way the textures are looking, it just the way the light is kind of makes this look funny. Some of the blocks are kind of textured that way, but yeah, this is completely set up correctly. As far as I know. So it should work. But I think we may just have to give it time. All right, so what you have to do is actually click this. I just like tried it. I was like, maybe it's not doing anything because I need to click it with my wand. So I clicked it with my wand here, and that was almost instantaneous. So yeah, you have to click it with your wand to activate it. As you can see, I'm a noob. I'm a noob to this mod, and I'm learning. So we got that. So now I can actually make that wand, which is pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and make it. Let's go back. Here we go. Illumination Wand. So I need 2 of those rock crystals. I'm not going to be using those crystals. Those are too expensive. And then we're also going to need Illumination Powder. Illumination Powder is kind of an interesting thing in itself. So let's go ahead and make some of that. Let's make some illumination powder. So just like this, with this in the middle, you'll get 16 illumination powder. Bam, activate that. You can actually make that illumination powder really early on in your first altar. So just keep that in mind that you can do that. Okay, so now that we have that, we should be able to make our wand, right? I think we have everything we need. Minus the star dust. Yeah. Let's grab some of that. Take a quick look. I think I can remember. Like this. This in here. This goes at the bottom. We're going to need 2 different types of the arched stuff. We're going to need the ruined marble. 2 ruined marble. And then rock crystals. Right? All right, so we have to wait till night. We actually don't have enough at the moment to make this. So I'm going to wait till night and we're going to go ahead and get this thing. All right, so we totally have enough star power now to do this. So let's go ahead and make this bad boy. I'm kind of excited to get this wand. I know this isn't exactly the goal, but the goal is to have fun. You know what? The goal is to have fun. There's no reason to rush through this, but I mean, we are going to work on getting the shifting star. Don't worry about that. That will be something we do. And I think that is actually coming up. I don't know if it was in this constellation or the other constellation. Was it in Attunement? Yeah, it was in Attunement. So the shifting star is different. But boy, does it use a lot of stuff. Yeah, so this is actually connected to the Attunement altar, which requires its own platform. So we will do this eventually. We don't have the Attunement yet, but we will get that working. Awesome. So does this do what I think it does? Shift, right click on a block. Oh, it does. That is awesome. Will it work on chiseled? Yes, it turns it back to cobblestone. That's kind of cool. But the fact that it does light up like that. So does it work on glass? No, but it works on logs. And so what this does, it actually lights the area up like a torch. That's kind of wicked. That's so cool. Yeah, that's really cool. And it also kind of makes it see-through, so it's like glass. Wow, that is interesting. I've never got this far in the mod, so I've never experimented with that. So yeah, can you walk through it? Yeah, you walk right over it. Wow, that is so cool. Kind of does the same thing as this does. It looks like how these are transparent. That's kind of cool. Well, I'm glad I got this wand, but I think we need to work on other things. Also, I have this mess to fix. I'll fix that with chisel and bits. I'll make sure that I'll make a little platform so it looks like chisel and bits, and it'll look like this weathered brick here, and you won't even see that. It'll be like unnoticeable, but it does look really good up here with all the stuff going on. So all this astral sorcery stuff is really working out. And man, I really like this. That's kind of cool. That is really bright as well. Whoa, that's really bright on this marble. I wonder if that also, does this affect, if I do this, does that affect? Yeah, it does. It does change it. So yeah, you can't use it on this stuff, unfortunately. Like, let's see. Yeah, it doesn't work. It probably changes the block ID and it doesn't recognize that block ID. Unfortunately. Oh well. But yeah, we got this far. I think that I might be able to do this next episode. Attunement is a little bit different. We actually haven't gotten into constellations and stuff like that. And shifting star, is this something we can just craft? While attunement with a constellation provides specific passive benefits. Okay, so these, I think we can just craft them. Let's go ahead and try and craft them. I think the shifting stars are what you use inside your attunement, right? You use these to place the stuff in your attunement. Yeah, use them to place like the parts in the grid, so you can actually activate your attunement. I don't remember, but I do know some things about this. It's just this material is something that I know nothing about. So it says, unfortunately, the catalyst used for the cracks and shatters after the catalyst used cracks and shatters after all the energy. Okay, making this a costly endeavor. So we need to figure this out. Okay, so let's just try and make it. I have pretty much everything on me, right? I need Aquamarine. Do I have enough? No, I don't. Let's get enough. So can I break this with my efficiency pick? That is the question, and get more. How much was that? Wow, that's more than I had to begin with. So I would say that that works. Okay, so I have a bunch of Aquamarine. I only need 4. And we're going to need 2 Illumination Powder, bucket, Stardust. And a bucket of liquid Starlight. And then we're also going to need 4 marble. There we go. Okay, let me try and memorize this. Okay, I think I have it memorized for the most part. This is going to trip me up because the table's different. Right, here's a regular grid. 2 Illumination Powder, Star Metal. Set up just like that. Bucket of liquid Starlight, right? That gives us that 1 star. Yep, we can just craft them. Oh boy. So we have to craft 32 of these. That's going to take some time. So I may have to do all of that off camera. Man, it's just going to take a lot of time to do this. Now, holding it. It just works, right? Yeah. Well, we have one. We have one, guys. We have one. So yeah, we're going to need a lot more Aquamarine. If we need 32... okay, so we need 4, so that's so 4 times 32, right? That's what we need. So 100, we're gonna need 128 Aquamarine. We could actually easily do that. It's just that's 128. We can easily do that. I think we have enough from our machine over here going that we shouldn't have to even worry about that. I think there's enough shale here to easily accommodate that, especially with the efficiency pick that we currently have. Even though a shovel would actually work faster, but I still think we can get enough, right? Yeah, that's totally enough. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so we have enough of that. What other materials are we going to actually need that we don't have enough of? Illumination Powder is something we're going to need, and Stardust. Stardust is easy because we could actually automate it with an auto breaker and a placer. So that I'm not worried about. I could easily set that up and set up the same as we set this guy up over here. That will detect what block is in front of it with the scanner. And we could set that up. That's not a big deal. I'm trying to think of any other thing that we might want to set up for this task, because I mean this is a pretty big task. We pretty much have everything. I mean, I'm really not that worried. That is just about everything. So I think we can get all this. Yeah, get a shifting star. We just have to do it at night, and we may have to do a couple nights. But other than that, I think we're pretty good. Well, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And as always, thanks for watching.
Let's go!